Hey guys, a little book review today. It is on extreme ownership. So yeah, let's dive on into this video. All right guys, so what is fun working here at Memphis Investment Properties and on our team, at least on my team and our team, is we love to read books. We try to read about a book a quarter as a team, and if not more if we can. So one of the books we just finished reading as a team was Extreme Ownership. I'm going to toss that over to the side. So our thoughts on this book, we really enjoyed reading it as a team, and what I kind of like to say to my whole entire team, to Jen, she's our contract administrator, Mark Hart, he is our obviously VP of Sales and Marketing. We got Rich, who's on marketing, Grant in marketing as well. We have all of our rehab supervisors, got all three of them. God, we got a pretty dang big team. Danielle Holland, who is one of our real estate agents and executive assistants. Alex Hugo, one of our listing agents here at Reading Company and buyers agents. Mark Saller, an acquisitions manager. Eric Hobbs, an acquisitions manager. Raven, an acquisitions manager. Catherine, who's an acquisitions assistant, and all of our VAs. We got about 4 VAs. Anyways, big team meeting. We all read this book, and is that I say everyone is a leader. This book is a leadership book, but everyone in their own perspective little sphere is a leader. So what this book goes over, and what I really liked about it, is that when everyone adopts that mentality, especially the leader, myself, and everyone in their perspective department, takes the mentality of that, you know what, I could have done something better here. It releases you from a victim mentality and puts you in an accountability mentality, to where then you're going to go ahead and try to solve the issue instead of just letting it remain stagnant, brushing it under the rug and letting it kind of just remain there forever and just keep repeating the same issue. So kind of looking at it this way, you know, he goes off accountability. I call it accountability, he calls it ownership, or there's victim. So when you're in this mindset of accountability, you keep asking, well, that was actually my fault. I could have, if this issue occurred, I could have brought it up a little bit better to my leaders. I could have approached it from a different aspect or viewpoint to try to get it resolved. You know, if there's a problem in between departments, something that doesn't get communicated well, instead of saying, oh, well, that department didn't do their job, I could have said, well, maybe I have something to blame here. Maybe it was my fault and I could have reminded them a little bit better, or I could have perhaps shared with them a better viewpoint of my data. Another part of it that I like is that he talks about decentralized command, that, you know, the corporate or whoever, they're just far off in a weird area and they don't know what's going on in the field. Well, why not instead, leading up and down the chain of command, why not instead just being, well, if you think that corporate or your leaders don't understand what you're doing, invite them into your field. Like, be like, hey, why don't you, Mr. Owner of the company or leader, why don't you come and check out my position for a bit? Let me run you through what's going on in my area and what I think could be improved and what my challenges are. And I actually feel like your decision here is maybe changing up or is messing up my whole flow here, and I think it maybe could be done better this way, and then I'd like to understand why you're doing it that way. So all of that kind of opens up your whole view of like, I could just communicate my point of view better across to my leaders. Another big thing that he talks about is explaining why. So I like that he has a whole chapter on that. Is not only is it important to, you know, hey, I want you, Rich, to make this video, edit it this way, have it like this, right? Put all these tags on and everything like that, but explain why is because it causes us to look professional. We have this end goal in mind. It helps grow our channel, things like that. Just applying it to that and helps our SEO. So always explaining like why you want to do something as a leader or as a mid-level manager, or even a person on the ground floor of a company. You need to understand why things are occurring for the big thing. Then also, I love that he says, keep it simple. I tend to do this too, is like just keep things way too complex, have so many numbers, but instead just be like, I need this to happen in this way by this time, and it needs to be done in this format. So keeping things really simple and explaining things. But yeah, the main thing is accountability. So going off on the victim loop, sorry, let me go off on that one a little bit, is the second we can blame, we blame others. And here's always good ones is it's that other department, right? It's another department, it's someone else, it's our customers. People will just blame, oh, well, it's our customers, they're just being picky or whatever. You know, you hear that in every industry. But what if it's, well, maybe I could have been more proactive on communicating with them. Maybe I could understand them a little better. Customers, a big thing that people love to blame is the market. Right? We didn't buy enough houses because the market is crazy, because of COVID happened. The second you do that, you give your power away and your power to change into these excuses and these reasons. Now, can all of them be valid reasons? Yes, but then you can still own like, well, maybe I could do something different. So it always goes on to just owning what you're doing and things like that. So I really like it. He goes into practical business examples on how some executives weren't able to produce so well at a manufacturing plant, and he was just the leader of it was just blaming everyone, never owning what he's doing. He's like, you actually need to be humble and be like, hey, you know what, I could have done better by combining, getting the teams together, having them explain things better. I was not being simple. I was not holding my standards, and let some people slide in this position and kind of slack off. So always something that you can do. And the second you change to this mindset, you can really make things happen and push forward towards your goals and just not be held down, held hostage by all these reasons and excuses. So anyways, we thought it was a great book. It really helped me kind of dive into setting standards and keeping those standards clear. We have a weekly scorecard with our team, and everyone has about, 3 to 5 metrics of things that they report on, whatever prospective department they're in and field. And so instead of just reading it off, we're like, well, hey, why is that one going down lower this week? Or why is this one doing better? And that helps it keep accountable and like, hey, our expectation, the bar is this, and we need to either keep it at that, or we need to change something that's going on with your attitude or your position or anything like that. And it's really about kind of helping them, coach them up and helping them get there. So anyways, great book. Thank you so much for listening in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let me know your thoughts if you've read this book. I'd love to hear what you have to say and how it's helped you and changed your life, helped you kind of think things through a little bit differently. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.